Namaste and welcome back to Waking Up with Mindful Serenity Yoga, or Mindful Serenity as I call it now. We're going to continue with answering questions from a jar of many questions, so-called spiritual questions, though spiritual is a word that we tend to not know or conceptualize the true meaning of. To me, it's a very practical way of simply being when I say spiritual. So we are looking at questions that help us to be better and be more and be who we really are. So I will pull a question out from the jar and I will attempt to answer it within 3 minutes. Now, let me see, my watch or my little clock here keeps. There we go. I'm going to reach in, pull a question from the jar. I'm going to read it briefly just to make sure I can make out the writing. Okay. I think this says, how important is it to be independent of the need of the good opinion of others? How important is it to be independent of the need for the good opinion of others? Good question. We'll take a deep breath. And they're all good questions. So I will start. Independent of the good opinion of others is something that came from Abraham Maslow long after he developed the hierarchy of needs. And he himself kind of went through a transformation, or he went back to his original ideations and his original hierarchy and added the transformative process to it. And I think that's where the independent from the need for the good opinion of others comes in. And it fits into his highest rung of self-actualization. So why do we need to be independent? Do we need to be independent of the good opinion of others? And I believe, yes, we do. It's the personality that is built upon the good opinion of others, the personality that is fed by the good opinion of others. Or if we look at the other way, if it's depending on what type of personality we're fostering, it could be by the bad opinion of others. But regardless, the opinion of others is not that important to our survival. Yes, we're social animals and we belong in a social pack and we need to be accepted and belonging, loving, belonging are all there. But to be as excessively dependent as we are on the good opinion of others is a problem. It stops us from growing. It stops us from going deeper. It keeps us on the superficial level or the horizontal plane, as Eckhart Tolle would refer to it, and it doesn't allow us to go vertical, deeper into the soul of who we truly are. So as long as we're dependent on the good opinion of others, we're going to be neurotic in a sense. We're always going to be trying to change this personality that we have and do things and feel things and think things and say things that we think other people will like, and so they will not judge us, reject us, or criticize us, because it's fear-based and shame-based, this need for the good opinion of others, right? Because we don't think we're worthy on our own. When we start to go deeper, we don't need the good opinion of others as much as we thought we did. We start to realize that who we are is everything. All the conditions for happiness are already within us. The other people were never really giving us that. They were just giving us the false illusion by allowing us not to have to deal with that samskara layer, that stuff full of the things we need to deal with. And because their opinion, if it's not so positive, will trigger it and cause all these samskaras to come up, and then, we don't push them down, and it's a mess, right? So when we are less dependent on the good opinion of others, we start to look into our mess, deal with it ourselves, become accountable for our own experience. We stop depending on them. We stop blaming them and judging them for not liking us and creating this pain inside us. We own it. We cleanse. And so we get to the point, no matter what they have to say about us, whether they like us or don't like us, doesn't matter, because it's just their ego judging our ego, and we realize the insignificance of ego when we're at the deeper level. So I think it is important to become independent of the good opinion of others, and it is a process. It's a process that occurs naturally during the awakening process. So anyway, that's all I have to say about that. That's enough. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.